While the Italian Prime Minister was hugely evasive and warmly expressive in greeting other leaders, she is seen giving what can be described as a cold stare to Macron. Well, the two leaders also had a face-off on the sidelines of the G7 summit over how to frame abortion rights in the final G7 statement. According to Italian media, Meloni objected to the use of the phrase safe and legal abortion in the final statement, calling it profoundly wrong. The French president told reporters that he regretted the word was removed. Macron said France has a vision of equality between men and women and argued that not all countries share that vision. Meloni, in turn, accused the French president of using the G7 summit to boost election prospects.
All right, guys, pretty sure Giorgia Meloni tricked us. We all fell for it, myself included. We posted that video of her speech, loved every second of the speech, what she said. I thought it was awesome. But yeah, if you look in this lady's past, she's not who we think she is. Look at this.
Penso ad esempio al tema del certificato verde digitale. Siamo stati i primi a sostenerlo, ci auguriamo che venga adottato il prima possibile in un orizzonte di totale reciprocità con tutti gli altri Stati europei. È una priorità ed è fondamentale per ripristinare la libertà di circolazione e far ripartire soprattutto il turismo.
Not only did she push a green certificate, but someone informed me that if you look her up on Wikipedia, you will be able to see that she's also a member of the Aspen Institute. If you look up some of the donors to the Aspen Institute, you'll be able to see Billy and Melinda Gates Foundation sponsored it. And not just Bill Gates, though, but also the Rockefeller Foundation is funding the Aspen Group, which this lady is a part of. So she's really against the establishment. Why is she part of this group that those key players are part of? With all that being said, I'm going to keep the speech up that I posted previously, but at the same time, you got to just keep in your head that just because someone says great things doesn't mean that they're necessarily on your team. And when you are teaming up with people like Bill Gates, Rockefeller, pushing green certificates, I think everyone should ask questions on that and just never fall in love blindly with any politician.
Buongiorno a tutti, grazie. Ringrazio il segretario generale Maurizio Landini, ringrazio tutta la CGIL dell'invito, ringrazio anche chi mi contesta.
for an attack against Rotsiani by the Ethiopian resistance on February 19, 1937, the Italian military command ordered a mass extermination, 14,294 rebels killed and executed and 50,000 houses burned, culminating in the massacre of the Coptic monks of Debri Libanos and carried out by units led by Pietro Miletti. Decades later, the latter's son, Gian Ardilio Miletti, who followed in his father's footsteps in his military career, was convicted of aiding and abetting as part of the investigation into the December 12, 1969 Piazza Fontana massacre. Giorgia Meloni could learn in Ethiopia the story of another of the founding fathers of her MSI, Alessandro Lissona, placed by Mussolini at the head of the Ministry for Italian East Africa. In the post-war period, having gone through the purge unscathed, he would be a member and then senator of the MSI in 1963. April 1969, he resigned from the party and joined the National Front of Junio Valerio Borghese, another honorary president of the MSI, shortly before the coup attempt of December 7 to 8, 1970. Thus, while she's touting a chimerical Mattei plan for Africa, Meloni might take the opportunity to think back to those founding fathers and those people who are no more, to whom she dedicated her electoral victory in September. Instead, she will continue to ignore the issue, and so will national public opinion, banking on the country's disinterest in knowledge of its past and relying on the sad spirit of our times, which recalls Karl Kraus' famous aphorism, "When the sun of culture is low, even dwarves will cast long shadows."
Moi, je crois que Mussolini, c'était un bon politicien. C'est-à-dire que tout ce qu'il a fait pour l'Italie.
Tonight, Ethiopia's Prime Minister and France's President meet at the Elysee. Abiy Ahmed headed here on his first trip to Europe since taking office in April, and Paris is keen to support the reforms brought in under the Ethiopian leader. Also,
አብያተ ክርስቲያናትን ለመታደግ ከኢትዮጵያ የቀረበላትን ጥያቄ በመቀበል ስራውን ለማገዝ ፈቃደኝነቷን መግለጿን ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትር ዶክተር አብይ አህመድ ተናገሩ።
ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትር ዶክተር አብይ አህመድ ወደ ስልጣን ከመጡ ወዲህ ከአካባቢው ማህበረሰብና ከቤተ ክርስቲያኒቱ በቀረበላቸው ጥያቄ መሰረት ቅርሱን ለመታደግ የተለያዩ ስራዎች እየተከናወኑ ነው። በተለይም ደግሞ በቅርስ ጥበቃ ዘርፍ የተሻለ ልምድና እውቀት ካላቸው ሀገራት ድጋፍ
for error. Archways, vaults, and columns imitate traditional construction